everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Mark.
And I'm Jessica. Thanks so much for joining us today. We're really excited about this episode because we're diving into something super practical, English in real life.
That's right. It's one thing to learn English in a classroom or from a book, but it's a whole different experience when you actually use it in real-world situations at a coffee shop, on the phone, or even when you're traveling.
Exactly. Real-life English isn't always perfect grammar and long formal sentences. It's about sounding natural, being clear, and understanding what people actually say in everyday situations.
So, in this episode, we'll talk about where you really use English, what it sounds like, and how you can become more confident in those everyday moments.
We'll also do some role plays, share useful expressions, talk about common mistakes, and of course give you a little challenge to practice on your own.
So grab your headphones, get comfortable, and let's get into today's episode, English in Real Life. Okay, so let's get into it. Why does real-life English matter so much? I mean, textbooks are helpful, but they can only take you so far, right?
Exactly. I always tell my students, you don't learn a language just to pass an exam, you learn it to use it. Whether it's ordering coffee, talking to a friend, or asking for help, real-life English is what you actually need.
Yes, and the thing is, real-life English is different. It's faster, more casual, and people use a lot of slang, expressions, and even incomplete sentences.
Oh, totally. Like, imagine this. In a textbook, you might learn to say, "Excuse me, could you please tell me where the nearest supermarket is?" But in real life, people just say, "Hey, where's the closest store?" Much simpler and much more natural.
That's such a good point. If you only learn textbook English, you might struggle to understand people in the real world. Or worse, you'll hesitate, overthink, or even freeze when someone speaks too fast.
And it can feel frustrating, right? You know the grammar, you've studied hard, but when someone says, "Wanna grab lunch?" you're like, "Wait, what did they just say?"
Been there? So, practicing real-life English helps you feel more relaxed and ready when you actually need to speak. It builds confidence and helps you sound more natural too.
Right, and it's not just about speaking. It's about listening, understanding accents, hearing common phrases, and knowing how people really talk in daily life.
So in today's episode, we'll go through some everyday situations, show you what real English sounds like, and give you the tools to handle those moments with confidence.
Trust me, once you learn how English works in the real world, everything else becomes easier.
Let's move on to some examples of where this happens in daily life. All right, so let's talk about where we actually use English in daily life. It's not just in the classroom or during a job interview. Real-life English happens everywhere, right?
Exactly. Let's start with a super common one, ordering food or drinks. Whether you're in a restaurant, cafe, or even a fast food place, knowing how to place your order politely and clearly is really helpful.
Totally. You might say something like, "Hi, can I get a large coffee, please?" Or even more casually, "Hey, I'll take a latte."
And don't forget how people respond. They might say, "For here or to go," or "Would you like anything else?" So it's important to understand those quick follow-up questions too.
Another big one, shopping. Whether it's groceries or clothes, you often hear phrases like, "Do you need a bag? Is this on sale? Can I try this on?"
Yes. And small talk can happen too, like the cashier saying, "How's your day going?" Even simple questions like that can catch you off guard if you're not prepared.
True. Now how about public transportation buses, subways, taxis?
Oh, yes. You might hear things like, "Next stop, Main Street," or "Please exit through the rear doors." And if you need to ask someone for help, you could say, "Excuse me, does this bus go to Central Station?"
That's a really practical one. And don't forget travel situations at the airport hotel check-in, or even asking for directions in a new city.
Right. Something like, "Hi, I have a reservation under the name Jessica," or "Can you tell me how to get to the train station?" Those are classic travel English moments.
And finally, casual conversations. Like when you meet new people or coworkers. People might say, "Hey, what do you do? Do you live around here? Want to grab lunch later?"
I love that one because real-life English isn't always formal. A lot of it is friendly, relaxed, and quick. If you can catch the meaning and reply naturally, you're on the right track.
So just to recap, common real-life English happens when you're ordering food, shopping, using transportation, traveling, meeting people.
Exactly. These are moments where learning the right phrases, tone, and rhythm makes a huge difference. And guess what? We're going to do some mini role plays next to show you what that sounds like in action.
You won't want to miss it. Let's dive into it. All right, now let's bring real-life English to life. We're going to do a few short role plays to show you what natural English sounds like in everyday situations.
And after each one, we'll break down the key phrases so you can learn and use them yourself. Ready? Let's go.
Hi there. What can I get for you today?
Hi, can I get a medium latte, please?
Sure. Would you like that? All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's all, thanks.
Okay. That'll be $3.50.
So simple, right? But very useful. Did you catch the key phrases?
Yeah, like, can I get? And would you like that hot or iced? These are common and polite ways to speak.
Excuse me, do you know how to get to Central Station?
Yeah, just go straight for 2 blocks, then turn left. You'll see the station on your right.
Great, thanks a lot.
No problem. Have a good day. This is one of the most useful situations. Everyone needs to ask for directions at some point.
Right, and listen for phrases like go straight, turn left, and on your right. Super important.
Hey, Jessica, how's it going?
Hey, Mark. Not bad. Just finishing up a report. You?
Same here. Can't wait for the weekend.
Tell me about it. Got any plans?
Yeah, thinking of going hiking. You?
Just relaxing at home, finally. This kind of casual chat happens all the time at work or school.
Yep. It's relaxed, friendly, and short, but it helps build connections. Notice the tone. How's it going? Tell me about it. And got any plans?
So listeners, don't worry about sounding perfect. Focus on sounding real.
Exactly. Now, let's take a look at some of the vocabulary and expressions we just used. All right, let's break down some of the useful vocabulary and phrases we just used in our role plays. These are super common in real-life English, and they'll help you sound more natural.
Let's start with the cafe scene. One of the most common phrases was, "Can I get?" This is a polite and casual way to ask for something. For example, "Can I get a coffee?" or "Can I get the check, please?"
Another one was, would you like that hot or iced? This type of question is common when people give you options. You might also hear, would you like fries or salad? Or would you like a receipt?
Now, from the directions roleplay, we had go straight, turn left, and on your right. These are essential for giving or understanding directions. Practice them with a map, it really helps.
Also, don't forget, excuse me. This is a polite way to get someone's attention. You can use it before a question like, excuse me, do you know where the bathroom is?
Now in the small talk roleplay, we used casual conversation phrases like, "How's it going?" This just means, "How are you?" It's informal and friendly.
And this one, tell me about it. It's a way to agree when someone says something you relate to. For example, ugh, I'm so tired today. Tell me about it. I barely slept last night.
We also said, "Got any plans?" It's a casual way to ask, "Do you have any plans?" It's great for friendly conversation.
All these phrases are short, simple, and very real. The more you hear them, the easier it will be to use them in your own speaking.
And we'll give you a chance to practice in just a minute, but first, let's talk about how you can try these out in your own life. Okay, listeners, now it's your turn. It's time for your real-life English challenge.
That's right. We want you to take one of the situations we talked about today, like ordering coffee, asking for directions, or chatting with a coworker, and try it in real life.
If you live in an English-speaking area, this is your chance to use your English naturally. Go to a cafe and say, "Can I get a small tea, please?" Or ask someone politely, "Excuse me, where's the nearest bus stop?"
And if you don't live where people speak English, no problem. You can practice with a friend, record yourself, or even role play in front of a mirror.
Here's a fun mini-task. Go somewhere public like a store, park, or restaurant and try to say at least one full sentence in English, just one, but do it with confidence.
Then, think about how it felt. Were you nervous? Did they understand you? What could you say better next time?
It's all about building your confidence step by step. Every time you try, you grow.
So go out there and give it a shot. And if you want to share your experience, we'd love to hear from you.
You've got this. Let's keep going.
All right, before we wrap up, let's talk about some common mistakes learners make when using English in real-life situations.
Yes, mistakes are totally normal, but when you know what to watch out for, you can fix them faster.
One big one is being too formal or stiff. Like saying, "I would like to request a cup of coffee." Sure, that's grammatically correct, but in real life, people just say, "Can I get a coffee?"
Exactly. Real-life English is often more relaxed. Try to listen to how native speakers talk and match their tone, not just their grammar.
Another common mistake is panic or silence when you don't understand someone. It's okay to ask for help. Just say, "Sorry, could you say that again? I didn't catch that. Can you repeat it?"
Yes, people are usually happy to repeat or explain. Don't be afraid to ask.
Next one, translating word for word from your native language. That often leads to weird or unnatural sentences, like saying, "I go to home now," instead of, "I'm going home."
Right? Instead of translating, try to think in English. Even simple thoughts like "I'm hungry" or "It's cold today." That helps you speak more naturally.
And finally, don't worry about making mistakes. The real mistake is staying silent.
Well said. Real-life English isn't about being perfect, it's about being understood.
Exactly. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and don't be afraid to jump in.
Okay, listeners, now it's your turn to speak out loud. We're going to ask you some real-life English questions. After each one, we'll pause for a few seconds so you can answer.
This is your practice time. Don't worry about grammar, just try to speak naturally. Ready? Let's go.
You're at a cafe. The barista says, "What can I get for you?" What do you say?
You could say something like, "Hi, can I get a green tea, please?" You meet someone new at work. They say, "Hey, how's it going?"
You might say, "Not bad. How about you?" Or "I'm doing well. Thanks." You're lost in a city. You want to ask someone for directions.
Try something like, "Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to the train station?" You're in a store, and the cashier says, "Do you need a bag?"
You could say, "Yes, please." Or "No, I'm good, thanks." Nice job, everyone. These small questions are part of daily life, and the more you practice, the more confident you'll feel.
And remember, you can repeat this section anytime. The goal is to get your brain and voice used to answering in English.
Now let's wrap things up with a quick challenge and some final thoughts.
Well, that's it for today's episode of English in Real Life. We hope you found it helpful and feel ready to try out some of these phrases in your own daily life. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and share it with your friends who want to improve their English too.
And don't forget to join us next time, where we'll explore more tips and real conversations to help you speak English with confidence.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Keep practicing, and we'll see you soon.
Bye for now.